Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing to wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
And the Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. The Bulldogs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Reynolds. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Power football with the run. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall for.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Georgia Southern Eagles offense has its first opportunity of the day. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. It's a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Gary. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. And the Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Caught near the sticks, it's Walton. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. First play of the period, first down here. They'll give it to the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of...
Breaks into the open. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop. But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Looking to throw on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Brings up second down.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Out of the gun to give to the back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you. And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Working that left side now. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who can score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Georgia Southern, 14. Fresno State, 7.
And just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The give to the tailback. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. Running to Green. Oh, he's got some space.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Lets it fly on the move. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Fresno State will have to punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
The Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job.
Looking to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Rodriguez. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Wilson. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Oh, they're after him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And it's no good. He missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Statesboro. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the prettiest little stadium in America.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Start the third quarter with the run. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Eagles can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Ware. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Gary. Turning it on. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
The Eagles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. And the Eagles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Makes the quick grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Bulldogs want to crank the tempo. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Fresno State will have to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll try to get outside. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
The throw to the outside is complete. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. Wants to throw on third down. Quickly to the tight end. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll go to the ground. Look out, he's got room. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Eagles really need to keep this drive alive on third down. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The give to the back. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And you can tell, all eyes on this dude. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, when we know with this offense, too, they go how this guy goes, and they've just never been able to really get him into a rhythm in this game. And you have to give the credit to the defense. They've been more physical at the point of attack. They've had a good game plan. The offense just has not been able to counterpunch.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Now they'll run it to the right here. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Might be changing the route. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need...
Beck's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. A quick strike just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Rushes on him. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. Fresno State right back to the line.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're
looking for a huge play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Skips away from pressure. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he drops to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Into the secondary. Touchdown, Fresno State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. There he goes. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Anderson with the carry. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Line is set on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Dallas. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, still going. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? Here's the handoff. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete to the left. And he's still running after the move. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you'll perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive